A major piece of news has just emerged that could completely change the Pittsburgh Steelers' plans for the 2025 NFL Draft. All signs point to the team focusing on a position that few expected: safety. With names like Minkah Fitzpatrick and Deshaun Elliott already on the roster, no one thought this would be a priority, but recent pre-draft visits reveal the team is thinking differently. And that raises a big question. Are the Steelers planning a deeper defensive overhaul than anyone anticipated? Stick with me because I'll break it all down for you now. Before we dive into the bombshell involving the draft and the Steelers' potential interest in the safety position, it's important to note that the team had already been giving subtle signs of changes in the secondary. Recently, defensive backs coach Gerald Alexander was actively involved in South Carolina's Pro Day, showing a level of involvement that caught analysts' attention. Moves like this behind the scenes don't always make immediate headlines, but they're often the first indication that something bigger is on the way. And now it seems those actions are part of a more ambitious plan from the front office. The name that has drawn the most attention recently is safety Nick Emenwari from the University of South Carolina. The Steelers brought him in for one of their official top 30 visits, a clear sign of serious interest. Emenwari impressed during his pro day, and Gerald Alexander's presence only reinforces the idea that the team is watching his potential closely. Even with Fitzpatrick under contract for 2 more years and the addition of Juan Thornhill this offseason, the team may be looking for a long-term solution. This shows the front office is thinking ahead, possibly laying the groundwork for a strategic transition on defense. Now I want to hear your opinion. Do you think the Steelers should really invest in a safety with their first-round draft pick? With experienced names like Minkah Fitzpatrick, Deshaun Elliott, and even Juan Thornhill on the roster, aren't there more urgent needs, like wide receiver or defensive line? Or do you agree that it's smart to start thinking about the future of the position now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion is super important to help us understand what the fan base is thinking. But if you thought the interest in Nick Emenwari was already surprising, get ready, because it goes even further. The Steelers aren't just eyeing one prospect, they're actually paving the way for a new reality in the 2025 draft. This became clear when the team also showed strong interest in Malaki Starks, one of the top-rated safeties in the class. That completely changes the perception of the franchise's intentions and could shake things up behind the scenes across the NFL. So let's get straight to the point and tell you everything about this major twist. The Steelers are officially shaking up the 2025 draft board and surprising everyone by making the safety position a priority for the first round. The team closely observed Malaki Starks, one of the most hyped names in the class, during the University of Georgia's Pro Day, and now they've brought Nick Emenwari in for an official visit. This suggests the franchise is completely rethinking its approach, even with Fitzpatrick being one of the pillars of the defense. The 21st pick might go to a position no one expected, and that could drastically reshape the team's plans for the coming years. If the Steelers do end up selecting a safety like Emenwari or Starks in the first round, it could mean 2 very clear things. First, that the team isn't fully confident in the long-term future of Deshaun Elliott and Juan Thornhill, and second, that the franchise wants to secure depth and young talent to bolster the defense for years to come. It could also signal that the front office is betting on a smooth leadership transition on defense, grooming someone to eventually take over the role currently held by Fitzpatrick. In other words, this could be a chess move aimed at securing defensive stability for many seasons ahead. So Steelers fans, do you think it makes sense to invest in a safety like Nick Emenwari or Malaki Starks in the first round of the draft? Or do you believe positions like defensive line, wide receiver, or even quarterback should take priority? Could it be that the coaching staff sees something we haven't noticed yet? Let us know in the comments what you think about this potential pick. Would you get behind this idea, or do you think it's a strategic mistake? Let's debate, because the future of the Steelers could be taking shape right now. And hey, did you like these updates about the Steelers' behind-the-scenes draft moves? Stay tuned, because there's a lot more coming. New information emerges every day, and everything could change by the time draft day arrives. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. We bring you everything directly, exclusively, and with that special touch only true fans understand. Thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you in the next video with more hot updates about the Steelers and the NFL world. A big piece of news has just emerged regarding the Pittsburgh Steelers and their potential pick in the upcoming NFL Draft. The Pittsburgh Steelers are one of the most likely destinations for standout quarterback Shedeur of the Colorado Buffaloes. With an impressive season under his belt and plenty of eyes on him, the Steelers may be ready to make a bold move in selecting a quarterback in the 2025 draft. In this video, I'll give you all the details on how Sanders could fit in Pittsburgh and what this could mean for the team's future. Before we dive into the main story, there's something interesting to consider about the quarterback position in the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. In recent years, the team has been searching for a definitive answer at that position. With Kenny Pickett at the helm, the Steelers have shown confidence, but doubts still linger about his long-term development. Meanwhile, the possibility of a quarterback like Sanders could change the franchise's direction for the next few years. The Pittsburgh Steelers have taken a cautious approach when it comes to selecting a quarterback, but the arrival of a talent like Shedeur Sanders could be too big of an opportunity to ignore. Although they haven't shown immediate interest in meeting with him, ESPN's Adam Schefter recently mentioned that Sanders is the only QB the Steelers would consider in the first round, putting the franchise in an intriguing position. With Kenny Pickett's long-term contract still up in the air, selecting Sanders could open new doors for the team. Now that you know a bit more about this possibility, we want to hear your thoughts. Do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers should take a risk and select Shedeur Sanders in the 2025 draft, or would you prefer they continue to trust Kenny Pickett as their future quarterback? Or maybe you have another player in mind as a better fit for the team. Drop your comment below. We want to know what you think. Now, let's get to the big news that everyone's talking about. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a chance to strengthen one of their most crucial positions, and the most impactful news is that Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback with a bright future, could be the key to the team's future. What would happen if the Steelers decided to go for him? Let's dive into that now. The Pittsburgh Steelers are positioned as one of the top favorites to select Shedeur Sanders in the 2025 NFL Draft. With a plus 600 probability according to FanDuel Sportsbook, the Steelers are in a tight race to land the star quarterback from the Colorado Buffaloes. After an impressive season where he threw for over 4,100 yards and was named Offensive Player of the Year in the Big 12, Sanders has caught the attention of several franchises, but Pittsburgh could be the perfect place for his development. However, the question remains, will it be enough for the Steelers to take the leap? If the Pittsburgh Steelers decide to select Shedeur Sanders, this could have an immediate impact on the franchise. Sanders would not only bring his talent to the field but also bring high expectations. This could force the Steelers to reconsider their approach with Kenny Pickett, who has not yet fully solidified his role as the starter. Furthermore, the arrival of Sanders could transform Pittsburgh's offense, bringing in a new era of dynamic aerial play. However, the challenge of integrating a rookie into a franchise with high standards could be a major test for both him and the team. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers should take a risk on Shedeur Sanders in the 2025 draft, or would you prefer they give more time to Kenny Pickett? What impact do you think Sanders would have on the Steelers' offense? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We're eager to hear your perspective. Don't forget to stay tuned for more news on the Pittsburgh Steelers and their moves in the 2025 draft. This topic is definitely going to continue making waves. See you in the next video for more updates.